In this video, I'm going to be defining some need-to-know YouTube ad terms, some jargon, so that even if you are a complete noob, a total beginner at YouTube ads, you can listen to somebody talk about YouTube ads and it won't sound like this.
The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite, surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing, in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fan.
My name is Kyle Sullerud, and I run a marketing company called AdLeg. And if you are a coach or a course creator or a SaaS company and you're looking for help with YouTube ads, well, that's what my company does. So check out the link in the description and reach out to us if you would like our help with your YouTube ads. In this video, I want to make sure that you know what other people are talking about, or you know what you are talking about when it comes to YouTube ads. I'm going to run through a bunch of terms and tell you what they mean. Now, if you want this in a readable format so you can refer to it later, just check out the link in the description. I'm going to put all of these terms on my website so you can check them out anytime you want. I'll start with some structural terms. So first, a campaign. A campaign is a broad umbrella that is in your account, and this is where you put your ads, okay? It's the highest level hierarchy of where you would put your ads. You can have multiple campaigns inside an account. Each campaign can have its own budget, its own location targeting. You would also have different campaigns for video ads and search ads and display ads. So campaigns are the big umbrella. The next level down inside a campaign are ad groups. There can be multiple ad groups in all of your campaigns, and the ad group is where you're going to define your targeting, and this is also where you're going to put your ads. So you can put different ads in each ad group, you can put the same ad in each ad group, but the ad group is where your targeting and your ads are going to live. Now, on to some metrics, and I'll try to go through these fairly quickly because you're probably already familiar with a lot of these, starting with impressions. An impression is the number of times your ad is seen by someone. So with a YouTube ad, an impression means somebody saw the ad at least briefly. A view happens when somebody watches at least 30 seconds of your ad. Or if your ad is shorter than 30 seconds, if they watch the entire ad, then that would also count as a view. Or if they click on your ad before the 30 seconds, that would also count as a view. The view rate is the number of views divided by the number of impressions. So out of all the times someone saw a fraction of your ad, how many of them actually saw at least 30 seconds of that? On YouTube, view rates can vary greatly. Usually, you'd want to see a view rate between about 15% and 25%. CPM is the cost per 1,000 impressions. M actually stands for mille, which is Latin for 1,000, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But essentially, it is the cost for every 1,000 impressions of your ad. CPV is cost per view, where you're taking the total cost divided by the total number of views. That'll give you an average cost per view. Now, some views may have cost more, some may have cost less. An average CPV is just going to show you the average. CPC is cost per click. So here we're taking the total cost divided by the total number of clicks, and that will give us an average cost per click, CPC. CPA is cost per action. So here we're taking the total cost divided by the total number of actions, which are more commonly referred to as conversions. So let's define conversion. A conversion is some action that you are tracking in your account. This could be an opt-in or a purchase or even a page view or some low-level action like that. Really, you are telling Google what these conversions are. Google is then just reporting on them for you. As long as you are tracking conversions, then you will be able to see a conversion rate. The conversion rate is the number of conversions divided by the number of interactions. So what's an interaction? Well, this depends on the campaign type. In a Google search campaign, an interaction is a click. In a Google video campaign, a YouTube ad campaign, an interaction is a view. So the conversion rate that you see in a video campaign is the number of conversions divided by the number of views. Now, this is generally a pretty low number and not very helpful. What you can do is set up a custom column inside your account dashboard, and you can set it up to report the number of conversions divided by the number of clicks. This is much more helpful. This will give you the opt-in conversion rate or the sales conversion rate, but it'll be much more useful than simply the rate of conversions based on views. Another important conversion metric is conversion value. And this is something that you set up, so when you are defining your conversions, you can attach a value to them, either the same value for each conversion, or it could be dynamic based on the actual purchase price of somebody's order on your website. So when you're setting up conversion value, I'd recommend not assigning values to opt-ins or lower level conversions. You actually only want to assign a value to a purchase. So then you can see how profitable your campaigns actually are. You can see which campaigns, which targeting options, etc., are actually leading to sales and leading to higher conversion values. Whew. So those were the metrics that I wanted to define. If you're still with me, let's move on to a few more definitions. CTA means call to action. A call to action essentially is telling people what to do. It's calling them to take some sort of action. When you're setting up a YouTube ad, there will be a component of it called a CTA button. And this is where you can put some text, not a lot of text, only 10 characters of text, but you can put some text on a button telling people what to do. A landing page is the page on a website where you are sending traffic. Now, this can be anything. It doesn't have to be some special kind of landing page design. And yes, of course, certain layouts, certain designs work better than others. But by definition, a landing page is just whatever page of the website you are linking to from your ad. Remarketing is a term unique to Google Ads, but all it really means is retargeting. So showing ads to people who have already been to your website or who have already watched your YouTube videos. You can run remarketing ads to those people. Again, same thing as retargeting, just a different name. Now, before you can create a remarketing campaign, you need a remarketing list. So this is a list that you need to define. You need to tell Google the criteria to use in order to put people on this list. So maybe it's everyone who has visited your website within the past 60 days. Or maybe it's everyone who visited a specific page of your website within the last 7 days. Or maybe it's anyone who has subscribed to your YouTube channel. The last term I want to define is scale or scaling. So when we're talking about scaling a campaign, it means basically things are working really well and we want to invest more. So we want to increase the budget. So increasing the budget on a working campaign in order to spend more and make more, that is what scaling is. So there you have it. Hopefully now you can understand me and other people a little better when we're talking about YouTube ads. If I went too fast for you, remember I put all of these terms into a post that you can go check out on my website, so you can read through them and learn them at your own speed. This was not a comprehensive list of terms. If there are some more terms you think would be helpful for people to know, please comment below with the terms and the definitions. Or if you've heard some jargon or some term you don't understand, comment that below and I'll be sure to reply to your comment with an answer. Thanks so much for watching this video, and thanks even more for hitting the like button. Again, my name is Kyle Sellerud, and I will see you in the next video.